Hey guys, welcome to my video, and I'm running the Haechi hangar. And basically, I had 4 Haechis. I didn't quite have enough to fill the whole hangar with, so it's just 1 Fafnir and 4 Haechis. And in this video, you can see various type of Haechis. And for those who have been playing for several years, the Haechi was at one point the most dominant bot. It was going against Griffins and Lancelots. And I'm sure a lot of people dislike the dash bots in general, and most clan battles ended up revolving around the dash bots, and that was when the meta bots start to appear. After the Haechi, it was the Inquisitor, but it wasn't as dominant. And after that, it was the Spectre that just really broke the balance and came in as the most dominant bot. Okay, to tell you the truth, the dash bot meta was, I guess, a lot of people hated the dash bot meta, but once you played dash bot versus dash bot, it was kind of fun, because the pace of the game was so slow that a lot of people just started to skip longer maps. With the dash bot, it was the pace of the game was a little bit faster, and of course at quite a bit of cost, and because obviously the content in this game aren't that cheap, as most of us know. And I'm using the Igniter Haechi as my first pick because, as you see there, it's basically the shell meta, so I had to crack some shells here and there. But in this game, I didn't see that many shells, and yeah, luckily I didn't see that many shells. I'm not sure if I should say luckily, because I really wanted to test this Igniter Haechi against the shell, trying to keep the distance against them. So I thought it was interesting to make a video of me playing the Haechi, I guess. And just see where it kind of stands. And I didn't put any skins on there, just to give that classic look. And of course, the Haechi is quite fragile, and you kind of have to. Haechi is more of an ambush bot, so you always have to have a cover. I think cover is a must for, I guess, all the bots. But in a very dangerous situations, the Haechi ability, you can dash around, but if you're out in the open, it won't do anything. Whereas Fafnir, if you use the ability, the Absorber Shield will activate, and you would get a massive protection and attack at the same time, I guess. But to counter that, you kind of have to have something like Shield Breaker. But Haechi double dash out in the open, it's just the bot can't handle what's out there. So but 3 medium slots is decent. You could go better with, I guess you could do better by using the Typhon, which has more firepower, of course. But the dash ability, it's definitely something unique. It was extremely deadly at one point of the game. It was really devastating, because imagine just you in a Rog, or you're in a Griffin, Lance. Everything is slow, but you're dashing around, and dominant weapons at the time was basically, there goes my battery. Dominant weapons were basically Taran and the Orkin, and Scourge was introduced, and then Shock Train got introduced, which was pretty devastating. But let's talk about the dash bots. I think if you use the dash bot in Champions League, you just have to be extra careful. I think it's one of the more playable robots, and I'd recommend you using the dash bot if you decide to run one. I'd recommend you to just use it either in the beginning of the game or at the end of the game, where there are a lot of Titan matchups that you can kind of pull up. But like for example, I killed an Arthur with this, but maybe like during the mid game when there are a lot of Fafnirs and like Hawks, you're gonna have trouble with this bot. Okay, so Punisher. Okay, my nuclear amplifier is basically maxed. It says 80 on the left, if you see it there, so 80% damage boost. So I will have to rely on that, and damage on repair. I have 2 of them, and they're all maxed here, so I'd have to rely on that combination to knock out some Titans. I knocked out a couple Titans here and there. Did some quite a bit of damage. I like the yellow circle around my Haechi. I guess that just means that I'm my nuclear amplifier is supercharged, and yeah, and gonna have to rely on that microchip. So I guess after playing these older bots recently, like some of them have pretty decent firepower. For example, Spectre, of course, they're fragile like a paper, but I think if you want them to work, you definitely need these microchips and modules. What's good about these modules and microchips are basically there goes Scorpion. You just press a button, you pop up right behind. So competing against robots like that, Haechi is gonna have a little bit of trouble. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. Back to what I was talking about. Modules and microchips, you can reuse it on different builds. So as far as my own account, I'm really investing. Like I'm spending my silver and gold basically on like the microchips and some of the newer modules basically. So I'm in minus now. I haven't used the Fafnir, and just wrapping up this game. And this game was like 8 minutes or so. It wasn't a short game, I'd say. But for me, as like an older player, many times I wonder about certain robots that are just older. Possibly some of the robots that had its own meta, had its time, but through nerfs and newer content just kind of got pushed back. I just really wonder about how good they can be in this meta with like some of the newer mods and maybe some of the newer weapons. I guess I'll keep on making videos of like maybe various robots with like newer mods and different newer weapons possibly. And one thing that after using, like I played like a couple of games before this, and Haechi Punishers was kind of surprisingly decent, which basically brings to my next video. So I wondered how good Punishers can be. So basically my next video is all about Punisher T. So having like a full hangar of Punisher T weapons at MK4, because their upgrade price is extremely low, and realistically a lot of free-to-play gamers can grind for that, and just kind of see where it stands. A lot of people get tired of chasing the meta and the weapons get nerfed, rebalanced, just like at level 10, because not everyone plays like more than 3 hours a day. So maybe it's a video to watch for those who play like maybe a little bit over 1 hour a day or so, just like me. So I always wonder stuff like that. So I'll probably like tomorrow or so I'll upload that video. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you are looking forward to the next video, because I'm looking forward to playing that hangar full of Punisher T. I hope it's good, because they're like 64 million silver to get them to like MK3 with like 2,000 gold. That, and how many ads? 27 ads possibly. and I actually calculated all that, so that's not coming top just off my head. And with a discount, that should be a lot cheaper with like the event going on. So I'll see you guys on the next video. If you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel.